Do you ever notice how some people get more done in a month than you get done in a year? Not because they're smarter, not because they're more talented, and honestly not even because they work harder than you. Yet somehow they keep moving forward while you keep staying stuck in the same place. Every other week you've got a new productivity system, a new routine, a new dopamine detox, a fresh start over and over and over again. And if you're anything like me, you've spent years wondering what's wrong with you. Why can I be productive for 1 week and then completely useless for the next week? How can I work harder, significantly harder than those around me, yet they end up doing more than me? And I still feel like I'm falling behind. And for years I thought the problem was laziness, but I was wrong. And once I realized what the real problem was, everything changed. You see, the real problem is this all or nothing mindset. This mindset that we Gen Z are so obsessed with now, and all these new influencers have just fed into our minds through social media, that you go all in, you leave everything on the table. But the problem is, this mindset, it drains you. It runs purely on motivation, and you feel motivated for a week or two, maybe less. And then you see motivation is a finite resource. You will run out, and you end up falling into a rut again then. You have these short bursts with this mindset of productivity where you feel like you're doing amazing. And then you slack off for many months and you zoom out, you see that you haven't accomplished anything significant in the whole year. I thought I was being productive. All because your system runs on motivation, which keeps running out. And I learned this the hard way through attempting so many dopamine detoxes, attempting more than I can count. And every single time the same thing would happen. I would be productive for a few weeks. And then I would crash so hard that I felt disgusted and disappointed and frustrated with myself. But the problem wasn't that I'm lazy. The problem was that I was trying to change everything overnight. I was burning months of motivation and energy in a few days. And you know what's interesting? The Prophet ﷺ warned us about this. He said, "Indeed, for everything there is a zeal, and for every zeal there is a slackening. So if his practitioner behaves properly and is moderate, then hope for his success." Think about that. The Prophet ﷺ said that for everything, no matter what you do, you will be enthusiastic for some time, and then you will have a slackening for some time. And more often than not, that period of enthusiasm is at the start. Sometimes you're fired up, and then sometimes you don't feel like working at all. You feel lazy. But that's normal. But what is the solution that he gave? Moderation, not intensity. Moderation. Something that we're so scared of. We think, oh, look at all these LARPers online. They're doing great, and they've got Lamborghinis at age 21, whereas I haven't got any of that. So I need to work really hard, so until I'm 21, I can catch up to him. See, that's the problem. You try to do everything at once. Everyone is running his own race. We're scared of mediocrity. But when you're scared of mediocrity in a toxic way, then you end up just going all in. You forget about moderation. You forget about the balance, and you burn out. I used to stay up late watching TikTok, scrolling through reels. And I would come across these videos of entrepreneurs like Andrew Tate or my favorite boxers or UFC fighters. And they would be saying something motivational, where it would be a motivational edit. I would go to sleep inspired, all fired up, goosebumps. I would wake up the next day, and then I'd be a productive machine for the next couple of days. Stuck to my routine, working hard, taking off everything that I wanted to take off. But why did that every single time last only a few days? Now I look back and think, if I had done less per day, but stuck with it longer, I would have accomplished much more in the long run. The Prophet ﷺ said, "The most beloved deed to Allah is that which is done continuously, even if it is little." Think about that. Continuously. Consistency. Continuity. You're just sticking to it. That's why consistency always beats volume. And now you might be thinking to yourself, wait, but I know I can do more. Instead of just, 1 hour a day, I can do 3 hours. What about those kids in my school who are studying 6 hours every single day? They're going to leave me behind in the dust. Let's put some perspective into this, right? Let's say you just read 10 pages of a book a day. No more, no less, just 10 pages. How long is that going to take? Like 15 to 20 minutes every single day? Over a month, you've finished a 300-page book. Put that over a year, and you finish at least 10 books. That's significantly more than the overwhelming majority of kids at your school or university. Tell me that's not real progress. We just have to trust the process. But we're impatient. We want everything all at once. Moderation is the key. What you need to do is find a minimum and maximum of your capacity of how much you can do of a particular task in a day, and just stick to the middle path. Let's say that is just 10 pages of a book a day. Do not exceed that. Don't do more than that, or don't do less than that. Just aim for that every single day. When you're ridiculously consistent for a few months at least, then you can increase the goal a little bit. You can go from 10 to 12 pages, or you can go from 10 pages to a chapter. Now you're doing progressive overload properly in a way that doesn't overwhelm you. This lesson would have saved me so many years. You see, I've always been an ambitious kid with high hopes and high dreams ever since I was about 15 years old. And ever since that age, I've been significantly underperforming. I struggled to stay consistent even with the littlest of tasks. And every single time I looked deeper, it was always the same issue at the root: lack of consistency. If I had done less each day but actually stuck to it, for the long run, I would have accomplished so much more. See, that's why I tell people doing less is doing more. I was very inconsistent, for example, with talab al-ilm, seeking knowledge, until I started to stick to just one video a day. Instead of consuming everything, just one video a day, maybe two. And I never broke the streak. Even if it was like a half-hearted study session where my mind wasn't fully in it and I wasn't taking proper notes, I did it just so I could tick off the tracker, just so I could maintain the streak. Consistency beats volume. The same in the Quran. Whether I had time or not, and I felt like skipping because I don't have time today, I never broke the streak. I snuck in revision of a small surah, even maybe just one page, just so I could tick off the tracker and maintain the streak and maintain consistency. Because when you put it into perspective, little by little, that's how you accomplish great things in the long term, inshallah. And ironically, that tiny amount of effort every single day has helped me make much more progress and be much more productive than all of those disciplined sprints that I've tried earlier on. If you're stuck in the cycle of being productive for a few days and then just slacking off for a few months, then stop trying to change everything overnight. Stop trying to consume everything, to have everything all of a sudden. Be moderate. Consistency is always going to beat volume. Pick something small of a daily target, something that is so impossible for you not to do, even when you feel lazy. Just one page, a few lines of the Quran. But just do it every single day, no matter what happens. Do not break the streak. And slowly, that's how you're going to build it up long term. That's how you're going to build productivity that actually lasts long term. If you want to know exactly how to be moderate and set good daily targets, following the advice of Prophet ﷺ and being moderate, and also so that you don't burn out ever, inshallah, click this video right now. And as always, share this with someone you love. Assalamu alaikum.